It's a beautiful day today. Another beautiful day. Very, very hot. Behind me is the Rosen Inn Plaza Hotel. That one's sticking out right over there. Beautiful fountains behind me. Lots of little lakes and things like that. Just down the side of International Drive over there. And the old Peabody Hotel, I think it's now, it's not the Hilton. What is it? It's the Hyatt Regency right over the side there. Beautiful place here. This is all trees and everything. It's lovely. It's really lovely, and the day is absolutely gorgeous as well. So yeah, there we go. So that's one of the Rosen hotels. Behind there is the Point Orlando Rosen just behind there, and of course Point. I think it's called the Point now. What's the Point? The Point Hotel right over the back there. It's beautiful. We've got trees mixed with pine trees, mixed with palm trees and everything here. It's just an unbelievable morning. It's probably one of the hottest that we've had so far that I've been here anyway, but they've been warm enough as it is. The nights are getting hotter as well, and the weather is getting more back to how Florida is meant to be. So we're going to take a little wander now and see what we're going to find. So I'm going to take a walk along Sandlake Road, not this direction. I'm going to go in the, I'm not going to go right up to Dr Phillips section, but I'm going to head towards that way, just under the other side of the I-4. So I'm not going to take too much a walk, just a bit of a walk. So here we go. Just to give you where you are now, the coordinates. We have got the McDonald's on the left there, the other part of Sandlake Road, which will eventually lead to Universal Boulevard. We've got Checkers over there, what I call the Disney Tickets building, and so we're going to go this way now, just make sure that there's no cars coming out, there's no crossing here. Petrol, Shell petrol there, for regular is 3.349. In the UK that would be 0.9, that in there, they won't put the 9/10. The 0.9 is, you might as well make it might as well be 3.35 for what it's worth. But we'll play their game. We call it 3.34. It's 3.35 for all intents and purposes. Aside from a tenth of a penny. So it's, there we go. And that's per gallon as well, not per litre. That's per gallon. It's a bit breezy today, so I might be picking up a bit of a wind through this. So we're heading now towards the I-4. If you want to head, is it this? I think it's, if you want to head east, which is the one which takes us down to Disney? Is it this one? I'm not sure actually now. It's one of the two. I have to think about this. Well, they're both Interstate 4. One's west, one's east. It did tell us. I think it's this one. I'm not really sure. I'm going to press a button down here now anyway. What does it say up there? So a quick look up there. It says something lanes, but it doesn't tell me anything really. No, you're going. No, you're not. You're going up. You'll be heading up towards Universal. You can pull off that way, and then much further up into downtown Orlando. That's going to be the way. So the next one will be the one you take to come round. I think I'm right. I'm sure I'm right. So I've just pressed the button to get myself over there. There we go. The icon wheel over the back there. Just a quick story about that at the moment. It's not working. It's not lit up at night. Reason, but there's nothing sordid about it. There we go. White man there. Yeah, regarding the formerly known as the Orlando Eye, the wheel, the Ferris wheel, the giant Ferris wheel, it broke down basically because it came to a stop, and it came to a stop because something to do with the motoring department. There was a particular part that is needed, and it's got to come from China. Now I'm sure that it could come over, I don't know how quickly it can be transported over, whether it has to be transported over by a plane, or it's too heavy for a plane and it has to come via a boat or whatever. I don't know really. So I would imagine it's quite a large part that's needed. So we're now travelling under the I-4 now. As you can hear, it's quite heavy traffic around here anyway, even in this section. And right over the top, you've got an extreme amount of heavy traffic happening. And for some reason, I'm walking on sand. There's a lot of sand being blown here from somewhere. So, just coming out from under the two bridges there. So I'm thinking this is the one that you have to turn around. You have to get into this particular lane now. We're already in the lane, and that will then take you to morning. That will then take you to all the way around here. We'll say yes, it will, because it goes round in a circle and then gets you on the right track. So that will get you onto the right hand side of the road, which would then take you down to places like Disney World. That'd be quite straightforward to get to. I've driven it as well. I've done it several times, many times, and also down to I think you'll take turnings off to get to Space Kennedy or Cape Canaveral. There's a little bit of a crossing here, so I've just got to watch to see that nobody's coming over on the slip road, and also that other road down there past Disney, Cape Canaveral, etc., and also Busch Gardens, Tampa, or simply Tampa. You might want to go to Tampa for a day, that'd be nice. Or other states, or down to Miami, that'll do that. That'll get you down there. That'll get you on your way down to Clearwater, Miami, all those southern cities, and the Keys. Quite a way down there, quite a few hundred miles. What, 300-400 miles at least, something like that. Down to, is it 300 miles down to Miami? 400? Drury Inns and Suites. And so this lot will come off of the I-4, I'm thinking. I'm pretty certain. I need to press another button. You cannot get over these roads without pressing the button. There's the button, there's the button. There we go. And wait. And be patient. And I've got to do the same thing coming back. So this is them coming off the I-4. And we wait. It's quite strange at the moment because these cars are stopped and I'm stopped as well. I'm sure that I'm sure I pressed that. I'm sure it registered. I've got to see. No, it registered. No, it's going to let all this lot go first before it'll let me go. And yet it could have let me over. That's a strange thing. I could have done that. It's not a bad morning today. It's a bit hazy, but not bad. It's breezy. It's not cold. You may or may not want to layer up, although there's certainly a heat about anyway. Wait till these guys are gone by. Now they can make a right turn providing there's nothing in the way on a red light in some situations. I think this is no exception. Very, very busy road, very busy road. Yeah, I'll press that one, yeah. You can never be sure though, can you? Sorry? You can never be sure if anyone's pressed it at all or not. When I came here, all that lot were doing nothing. I thought, well, it should let me through now, really, but it didn't, so. and it's only one-way traffic, so yeah. Oh, that's okay then. So 301 Sandlake Road. 7-Eleven. I like 7. I like their coffee as well. So I might pop in there for coffee on the way back. I don't know. There's quite little quaint buildings here as well. So what are we? We're 333. Well, so it's 334 here. Is that about the same as the other place? No. Is it 1 cent cheaper? It's still cheaper than the UK though, considering that's a gallon. Although the gallons here, for some unknown reason, are slightly less in capacity than the UK gallons, but there's not a lot in it, and they're still getting a better deal here, really. And another one to cross, I think. Which one I'm going to put crossing this back. I don't want to. Oh, it's this one, isn't it? Oh God, that's. Can't do that one. What do we got up this way? This is. What's this one? Is this Kirkland Road? It does. Turkey Lake Road. That's it. Not Kirkland, Turkey Lake. Of course, that'll lead you up to the university like that, right? That you can drive right down to Disney down there. You go down that way if you want to. You could, if you really want to. You could walk down there if you want to, but you go straight away down there. Go straight away down there. I think you just keep going straight down, and you'll see signs to Disney. Then I think you just make a left turn and then a right turn. You're into it. Right, here we go. Now you'll find that cars can move. They can see, if you don't cross the road, they'll move. They'll turn around in front of you, because they can move, providing there is no obstruction there. I would be an obstruction, so they shouldn't. Someone's had a bit of a smash here. There's parts of the car here on the floor. So what's this? This is a closed garage now. So what, we had the 7-Eleven back there. This is a closed one. Sad. It's sad to see things not working anymore, I think. Sad to see things closed down. Dentist, real estate, Fidelity National. Over there, that nice building. Modern building, self-storage. I did stop here a long time ago. A great, right in the early 2000s. About 2002, 2003 time, and not really, apart from driving through, I haven't really walked along here at all. And there was one particular hotel which may or may not be here anymore. I'll find out in a minute. Yeah, I remember the other little contemporary McDonald's. It's there. I'm sure it didn't have I don't know if it had a building next to it or what. I can't remember, but there you go, that's still there. That was right over the road from the hotel. I can't fully remember everything here. Yeah, I remember the McDonald's. I remember having pumpkin milkshakes during the October time for the Halloween, which were actually very nice. You think the pumpkin hasn't got a flavour? It certainly has, but it's probably got other things added with it as well. Probably quite likely cinnamon and everything else, I don't know. Anyway, it's very nice. I'm unsure whether this hotel, it was a Days Inn. It was Days Inn over here. It was right over the road from the McDonald's there. That you see right there. It was right over the road from there. And it was over here. Yeah, it was over here. Somewhere, I think. Yeah, this is all changed. This is all changed. Very much so. Sadly. I'm not quite sure if I remember that giant building there. It might have been. I can't remember, but it was definitely over here. So it would be about here at this point. No, this is all. I don't remember this at all. So this wasn't here. This is the site of where that hotel was, the Days Inn, and it was classed as a 2-star. You actually had breakfast. They actually served breakfast. Now you tend to find if they're off the beaten track, like off of International Drive, there was you're about a quarter of a mile away from it now. But if you're about a quarter of a mile away from International Drive, yeah, this is all different. And you've got a hotel here. You'll find that they can be lower in price. That's the first thing. Lower in price and classed as a 2-star, even though they're just as good as any 3-star or 4-star hotel, 3-star hotel, sorry, on International Drive. And they'll always give the added thing of a breakfast there, and probably even coffees in the lounge, in the hallway, and different things like that. So yes, this is definitely been added, these parts here. Now I think that building was there. I'm not sure about the one next to it, so it's certainly built up a bit, but certainly I wouldn't say this is touristy. Interesting, but it's not touristy here. A lot of dentists along here. This is not touristy, this is off the tourist track. There will be a public supermarket here in a moment. We've got a little lake there, and I wonder if that's actually Sandlake itself. What do you think? I think it's Sandlake. Got another crossing here. I'll not go too far. There's only a couple of cars waiting, I think. Just thank the people, because they needn't stop, but they do tend to stop. Yeah, I can see the lake over the back there. Have a quick look at that in a minute. I think I remember that somehow. As yes, feels a little bit warm now at the moment. Must be a lot of money to be made out here. A great deal. It's an ever-growing. The whole country's ever-growing anyway. They've still got a vast amount of space here in the whole of the country, but also in the States as well. So there we go. It says, oh look, there you go. It says there, welcome to Dr Phillips, Florida. Yeah, that's Dr Phillips. So founded 1928, so this is the Dr Phillips area. And a little retention river there as well, because of all the high buildings that's been built. They have to I don't know, they use soil and things from these areas, and I don't know, you can find it actually leads into the lake. Well, that lake could, I don't know. I'm partially right with what I've said, but I don't think I've got it completely right, because I've heard people talk about them. Bit early for the love bug at the moment. You get the love bug, they're a creature that the male attaches itself to the female, and there it stays until the day it dies, and it has to fly backwards. You think I'm kidding? They look like a really weird insect. They fly around you, they tend to land all over the place. Good news though is, as far as I know, and I have checked up on it, they're completely harmless to humans. They're just a nuisance. They're completely harmless. They fly around a lot slower than our normal domestic flies do. This was here. I'm sure this was here. I remember some of this. Yeah, that was here. There we go. Along the wibbly wobbly windy path. Why, I remember this. I do remember this. And all over that way there, that's where you got your public supermarket and the other bit tacos and things. It's off of the tourist area. So if you want to walk up here and go into public supermarket, you'll get things at a more cost price to what the locals will be paying for this stuff. And also, if you've got a car and you drive into there, again, you should find, I could be wrong, that the prices will drop, but I think if you also manage to get, the further away you get, the cheaper everything becomes from the actual tourist areas, and that figures, doesn't it, really? I know that because I went into a retail store in Altamonte Springs, far away from any of the tourist areas, and the prices there for any ordinary things were much nicer prices, I can tell you. So we've got waffle. There we go. Chronic tacos. What's a chronic taco? Sounds a bit severe, doesn't it? Yeah, there we go. That's your public supermarket over there. You can see the sign. The Melting Pot restaurant. So yeah, they've got a lot of restaurants here as well. Yeah, it's quite nice. Yes. It's something worth thinking about in the future as well. CVS Pharmacy, they're very similar to Walgreens. Similar sort of idea. You find what you're looking for in there, definitely. So they got these bikes here. They got these round our area as well. You can hire them. The scooters, you can hire them. They've now got bikes though, bicycles. There we go. A clock tower in the middle there. It's nice. They do these little, what they call little mini malls and things. There's hundreds of them everywhere. They do very nice. This is called the Fountain, this one. Not quite so much commercial. Oh, I don't know. Lovely walkway here though, isn't it? It's lovely, nice walk. And plants out. We're still the middle of January, just gone past the middle of January now, so it's nice to see any sort of plants. Even the greenery is nice to see, but as the season goes on, it just looks wonderful. There he is. You find that they put them out there almost like the sandwich man. They'll wave to you to draw your attention to something that's going on for the small bits, especially for the small businesses that's going on there. That's to do with computer repairs, etc. You might be driving along here and you've got a real problem with your computer and you're driving along and you happen to see that. Not the tourists, I don't think. Well, you might have something wrong with your laptop or something. Walgreens, of course, we've got another Walgreens there as well. This is Dr Phillips is also Dr Phillips Drive. Yep. I'll make sure that I press the button here to cross. I'm not going to go any further up there. I'd love to explore further. I mean, I really should, shouldn't I? But it looks very nice though. Look at these are houses there. I don't know if these are rental houses for people on vacation. Dr Phillips Centre. This looks really nice round here. Houses and flats. They look like houses up the side there. Somebody goes, so let's press the button here. There we go, that's where we just come. Yeah, that does look nice. Up that way, doesn't it? But then we got this round here, Dr Phillips. We're just literally going to cross down the side of Dr Phillips here, so I've got to wait for that man to turn red. The man to turn white, sorry. He's got the red hand up there. Oh, the sun's right in front of us, above us, but in front of us, so there we go. Interesting.